Hi and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. Hopefully this is my last video in the hotel and I'll be back in my RV office soon. But if you're not familiar with me, my name is Nikki Kirk and I've been selling on Amazon doing retail arbitrage for 3 years now, all from my RV until this last week when I'm in a hotel. Really quickly, I just want to talk about gating and auto-ungating. So what gating means when you hear gating or ungated as in reference to Amazon selling, it just means that you're restricted or you're not restricted. So if you see the restricted bar when you're scanning, that means you're gated. If you get ungated, that restricted bar will go away and you can now sell it. When you're new and starting out, you're gated in a lot of stuff, a lot of categories. Now there is stuff that you can sell. I definitely recommend still getting started and still getting out there scanning, but there is things you can do to get ungated. Coming up in Sunday's video, I'm going to be talking about what you can scan and what I sold as a new seller, so stay tuned for that. But quickly, I just want to talk about auto-ungating. So auto-ungating means essentially you're scanning something, it says you're restricted, and then you can go through and hit apply to sell. And if you are auto-ungated, that means you got automatically approved. It says congrats, you can sell this brand, and you can sell it. If you didn't get auto-ungated, it'll ask for invoices. Now, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna ask you for an invoice. Every once in a while, even as a new seller, you will get auto-ungated, so that's why I always say, click through, hit the buttons. You can do it now in the app. Always request to be able to sell it. The worst thing that's gonna happen is it's gonna say you need invoices. When I started, I didn't know how to go about getting that invoice, so I was gated in everything that you are as a new seller. For some categories, you will get auto-ungated over time. In general, I think it's the 6-month mark or maybe the 9-month mark where you can get auto-ungated in some things, but it's not necessarily like a given. If all you sell is books and now you want to start selling grocery, it's not guaranteed that you'll get auto-ungated. Not only that, a lot of new sellers give up before the 6-month mark because when you're gated, it's really frustrating. It's hard to find anything. It's more time consuming. You're out there scanning and everything's coming up restricted. And the things you can sell, they might not be able to make as big of a profit or there's fewer items to sell. So you just kind of get burnt out and you give up. And that's why I'm always pushing new sellers, if they can afford it, to get ungated as quickly as possible. When I started, my first shipment went in the end of August. I didn't get ungated until like the first week of November for grocery and just grocery. And the reason I waited so long was that the minimum order was $200. It's still $200, but let me tell you, when I finally got ungated, I was kicking myself for waiting to that. It was only 3 months, and I was already like, why did I wait so long? Because there's so much stuff out there that you can sell if you just get ungated. Brands, however, you won't get automatically approved for over time. Like the big brands like toys, Star Wars, Lego, Disney, you might never get ungated for it unless you get the invoice. You don't have to have sold a single thing and you can get ungated in any of these categories or brands. That's the good thing. You can be a brand new seller and start right there getting approved to sell these items. Because it's hard and frustrating when you're new to find stuff to sell is exactly why I created my affordable ungating guides, because I'm just trying to help new sellers, because I struggled in the beginning and you really don't have to. I just didn't know how to do this stuff, and since now I do know how, I'm sharing it with you. Literally, my ungating guides are helping hundreds of new sellers right now get ungated, and as Q4 is approaching, now is the perfect time to do it. So definitely, if you want to make the most of your account and your time, getting ungated is, I really recommend it. I mean, I don't know, I keep saying it, so. I did my first 2 Q4s gated in toy brands. So like Star Wars and Lego, I could sell in toys, but most of the big brands, the profitable brands, were still gated. So I'm sure you've been out there scanning and you scan these products and you see how much profit they are and you're frustrated that you're restricted. So I honestly can't believe I did 2 whole Q4s, but let me tell you, last Q4 was amazing and I'm really looking forward to this one because I've already found a ton of toys. My last shipment I sent in was like 50% toys, so they are out there already, so definitely it is worth it. Go ahead and get started if you can. I highly recommend it. Again, I created these guides for new sellers because I had $500 when I started, and so I get starting with limited capital, and so that's why I've made them affordable, because they are so worth it, and they'll just kick off your success as an Amazon seller and you'll be able to turn that profit a lot quicker. I started selling literally right now. I was turning a profit by December of that year, so I started August of 2017 and paying myself, turning a profit every month since then, starting in December. So it's possible. You can do it. You can start now. You can grow that business and get out of the job you hate, or someone right now is going through the process and they're trying to earn extra money to buy a house. So anything is possible. You just have to get started and you just have to get out there and start scanning. I hope this video was helpful. If you want any of my guides, the links are below. If you want to join the BOLO group to have a more direct like leads of look for this at Walmart, look for this at TJ Maxx, definitely consider joining that. That link is also below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here for another Amazon selling video.